Oh,
I invited Chike out tonight too. He said unfortunately his first surgery took too long, so he wasn't going to make the chip tournament, but told him we were going to be here for a while after.
Who?
Enrique? Spoon? Chike? It's working.
It was.
Sorry?
Where do I need to go for this?
Okay, so
Details.
you see the bottom left
Oh,
over
there it
there,
is.
the blue button, a little blue pill.
Looks like we're good in YouTube's.
All right, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. How you doing this evening, Tibor?
Doing well. How about you, Joe?
I can't complain. I'm looking forward to some great pool. Who do we got tonight?
We have Mr. Aaron Horvath versus Michael Ruston. Birthday, the birthday boys.
Birthday boys. Well, that's awesome. Looks like they're cutting up the cake right now. We should be ready to go in just a couple minutes. But the name of the game tonight is 9-ball.
9-ball race to 13.
Sounds like a lot of fun. You know, it would be nice if we had one of those the randomizer buttons like they had for the Shane and Federer match.
Right? That would be good. I just noticed this 10-ball 9-foot, and how do we change that guy?
That little guy? I wouldn't worry about that little guy. We're going to go right here.
Oh, perfect.
9-ball, 9-foot. There we go. Well, let's see. We've got some of these matches that are firing straight off. I know pretty soon we have coming up the Leo versus Ken match.
Ken Lockwood, yes, sir.
And I don't remember if that's going to be 8-ball, 9-ball, 10-ball. Do you happen to remember off the top of your head? Let me see if I can look that up real quick. I know we're just starting to get fired up. The players are just coming in right now. And it will be a lag or flip for the break. We'll find out in just a minute. And for those of you who don't know, we are on both Facebook and we are also on YouTube. So give us a check over there. You can get a chance to see what's all going on over here. Thank you, Aaron. What a nice guy. Brings us some cake. That guy's awesome. So I need to go and find a different match we have coming up. There it is. So we had the Abner and Hassan match last week. Hassan, it looked like was going to run away with it, but Abner started putting up a fight towards the end, started playing a lot tighter. Speaking of tighter, you know, they were playing over at Pizza Zone or Don't Cry for Me, La Roña. I don't. Yarona? Okay. I can't roll anything, so. But let's see. Yeah, here it is. Leo versus Ken. That's coming up on August 29th at 7 p.m. It's going to be at Santorini Restaurant. So for those of you who don't know, Santorini is over on University. It's one of our real good supporters here, the Accelerate. And so that's going to be a 10-ball match on 9-footers. That is also going to be a race to 13. If you have a grudge match or a friend match or just really want to get to play somebody and be filmed so your family and friends around the world can see it, or you can go back and check it out yourself to see what you're doing wrong, where your stroke is messing up or anything like that, give Aaron, myself, or Tibor a call or a message. You can get a hold of us on Facebook or YouTube. Let us know what you're trying to get, and we'll try to either help set one up or try to find a good date for you guys. We don't do a whole lot on Saturdays because despite what people think, we do have a life. Remarkable there. So, yes, we actually do enjoy going out and shooting in tournaments. Most of them take place on Saturdays, so we try to keep Saturdays free for ourselves, so we can hang out with our family or go shoot our own little bits of pool.
Yep, on We also don't want to take the tables away from patronage on those busy days for the pool hall owners.
Yeah. You know.
I was out. I had a delicious piece of cake.
How was it?
It was good.
Light and fluffy. Jana said she made it from scratch, so.
Did she really? Well, if she did, that was delicious. If she didn't, it was still delicious. The players have agreed to flip for the first break, and they will be also using the Salado app. We'll go ahead and talk a little bit more about that later.
Sounds good, right? Perfect. Good. Let's do it, brother.
All right, so I was just informed that it's going to be winner break, 2 ball in the back. The 9 ball is, it could be a golden break on the break except for in the back 2 corner pockets. And it's wild after that. Nice little handshake from the boys, and we are getting ready to start up here. Do you think that's a better view for the break, or do you like the other one?
Well, it depends on where the players are breaking from. We can take a look at this one. They are using the magic rack here. So typically you would see the players breaking from the side rail. That's almost a guarantee for making that corner ball. But Michael breaking, successful on that one, and has a shot on the wood. Can't ask for more.
Well, you can, but then you're just getting greedy, right?
Yeah, that's when the pool gods thump you in the head.
Remind you who you are.
So, if anyone was curious about the U.S. Open, Shane Van Boening won his last match, 10-7 against Vitali Patsura. He will be in the semis playing Josh Filler.
Go Shane.
And the other semifinals match is Federer Gorst versus Niels Vihan. It's good to see Niels back into the mix.
Hey, man, I like Niels. He just seems like a good dude, you know. I tried to get a hold of some of his music for some background music for when we had matches going, or the tournaments, just so that it, you know, it wasn't so dry and we didn't get all the warnings of using copyrighted material.
Yep. And back to the match. Aaron very successful, or very good shot on that one. Early on in the match, long table shot, straight into the corner pocket. Can sometimes be a little bit of a tester. This combination, controlling the 2 ball.
So for those of you who play over at Jerry's, you'll notice that this table is not normally the table that's in this spot. They actually moved it from the middle of the room over here to the side and recovered it. So that's going to be nice. There is going to be a bit of slide from the balls, so keep that in mind, shooters, as you're lining up to shoot. What a good shot from Aaron, leaving himself a great shot on that 3 ball.
Yep, he needs to decide what he wants to do for this 5. He can stay above it, but he wants to make sure that he's got a little bit of angle, not going towards the 6, going away from the 6. He might have just enough to stay away from that. Yep, the position play is a little tight here.
Do you think that's a shot that you can kind of put a little bit of draw on and just kind of slide gingerly to the left?
It's more of like a center ball, just kind of follow that tangent line. Oh, that ball didn't fall. Wow. I was waiting for it to do that last little second drop.
Yes. But you got to remember about that Olhausen lip. You know, sometimes they just don't want to go in. And this one seems to have a little bit more deck before it goes into the pocket. What do you think? I mean, we've played plenty of matches on here. You know, the Scotch doubles against Ramon and
Melvin?
Yeah, Melvin. I had to think of her real name instead of calling her Melvin. So.
Yes, it can be frustrating at times, this table. Do you know what kind of cloth they put on this?
You know, I do not, and I failed to ask, so that's a failure on my part.
It's all right, Joe.
I'll take my lashings later. Ooh. That was an unfortunate shot. Mike trying to come around, make the 8-ball, and hit the rail, but unfortunately he went right into the corner of that pocket and just went right in.
So, Joe, they are using the Salado app. Could you speak a little bit as to what that is?
Yeah, I haven't personally used a lot of it, but Salado's for those who want to, continue to grow their Fargo rate, and get some more experience and exposure through the app. And you can set up not only individual player versus player, but I believe you can also set tournaments up through it as well, if I'm not mistaken. A lot of people do normally use it just for the player versus player experience, so that you can kind of keep an eye on that there.
Right, it gives players the opportunity to build that Fargo without having to rely on tournaments being provided. An interesting thing about tournament play and building Fargos is you enter tournaments, and if you go 2 and out every time, you don't have that ability to build through Fargo or establish yourself at their accurate Fargo.
2 and out, is that a knock on me?
No, sir. But I'm just talking, Salado gives that opportunity. You can play, build your Fargo, play with different players.
Now, Mike, real quick, while Aaron's racking, I know we're on the TV at your local place out there that you're shooting in Austin. What's the name of it?
Betsy's Billiards.
Betsy's Billiards?
In South Austin.
All right, in South Austin. So Betsy's Billiards, big shout out to you guys. I know you guys are being thrown up on the big screen out there. So, and they're going to run it back again early November, so that's going to be great.
Yeah. Are they going to fly out the Accelerate team out there?
Oh, I hope so. But I don't know if I'll be able to make it. Maybe you'll just have to do it by yourself,
Well, that's not as fun.
You'd miss me too much. So, they did make mention as they were warming up about the 8-footer. It's at the right end as you're looking at the screen right now, at the foot end of the table, and it's not giving you a great room for a stance over there. You can't really, if the ball's on the rail, get far enough back. The only good thing is it's affecting both players as opposed to just affecting one player. Whereas Lynn probably wouldn't have as much of a bummer with it. I know somebody of your stature, Tibor, would definitely have more of an issue with it.
Yeah, that would probably bother me more than most. Right. Does he have a piece of this ball? Can you come around 2 rails behind maybe the 9? He had a lot more than I thought. Banking at the 2.
Do you think he was trying to shoot the 5, or was he trying to hold position behind the 6? What do you think?
Hold position.
Well, and new cloth, I know it's going to roll consistent, but speed sometimes, especially when you're playing on a new table, is something you got to get used to pretty darn quick, and only playing a handful of racks. And we're just throwing it out there to some of the locals out here. Swing on out. Grab yourself a piece of the birthday cake. The birthday boys want to extend their thanks to the community as well. So if you know somebody in the area, they don't even have to know us. Just come on by, grab some cake. You know what I'm saying? There's a full bar here at Jerry O's or Olhausen. Basically the same building, just one in front of the other.
Yes, Jerry O's one of our sponsors and the host of tonight's match.
So a big thank you to Sharon and Dan Chester. They're the people, the Olhausen family, so they're keeping the place, and we just want to say thank you to them for allowing us to come out here and shoot this match and have a great time.
They typically have a chip tournament on Fridays, correct?
That is correct. Usually they try to start it at 7, but 9 times out of 10 it does not start at 7. It starts about 7:15, 7:30 sometimes, just to get those last-minute stragglers. Nobody wants to be left behind, even if it's for a chip tournament.
And do you know if they're having that chip tournament tonight?
I know they're waiting on 2 more players, I believe, before they kind of get started. We got people on the side. We got Scott, Jeremiah, Leo, Weiner. So, we're just waiting on, I think, 2 more to go on ahead and pull the string on that and get it started. And that happens every Friday night here at Oldhausen, or Jerry O's.
Meanwhile, while we were talking, Aaron's been running this rack. He's got a little funky on the 6 ball, though.
Well, he did a good job running into the 7, but unfortunately the spin off the 7 ended up taking him right into the side pocket, leaving him the same kind of an out that Aaron was afforded last time. But, sometimes those ball in hand shots can be such tricky shots.
All right, good looking at shooting the side, just roll forward. Very nicely positioned on the 9.
Oh, that's perfect.
Smooth, stay down, follow through. And we are tied up. What's your predictions for the match there, Joe?
The predictions, Aaron might have Mike beat in Fargo on the paper, on the slips. He's got him beat. But the thing is, Michael's got 4,000 games in Fargo. So it's not that Michael's going to be behind the 8 ball, as it were, you know what I'm saying, to get in this match. I think it's going to be a pretty darn close match all the way to the end. I think it's just, whoever's going to be getting those safeties in when they need to and be able to play a little tighter, I think is what it's going to come down to.
So that was a very long-winded way of saying that it's probably going to go hill-hill?
It's called a word salad for a reason. If I had to bet, I would flip a coin, but
you don't have a coin?
It's hard to bet against Aaron in this race. It's a little bit of an advantage being at a place that he's familiar with, and a crew that he's familiar with, filming him and doing stuff. I don't know exactly how many matches Michael's actually gotten to do, and I know he's played a lot of tournaments and stuff like that where he's played in front of a camera, but he might be a little jet lagged. He just got in today, flying in from Austin. Speaking of flying, there goes the cue ball. Was that the same break position that he took
yes,
in the
was.
first? Okay.
Yep. I think for better control and pocketability, if you will, having a successful break, you should probably move to the side rail.
I know a lot of the lower-end tournaments have kind of gone to a requirement of a forceful break, especially a 9-ball, because you can, pattern rack and, like you were saying, make that wing ball so easy. But I know that's not something that these two would be doing, especially against each other, good friends. And
right. They're having a good time, enjoying their birthday weekend.
Yes.
But still being competitive.
Of course. I heard they've already got their rematch on the books. I honestly just freaked out right there because I thought I saw Aaron grab his jump cue and the extension. I was wondering what was going on with that. Ramon in the house. And the good thing about Mike being so close in Tucson when he was there is we got to see him a lot whenever Tim would come through with his tournaments or whenever we would travel for some of Tim's tournaments as well. Shout out to Tim Daniels and Donkey Pool. If you're out there, give us a what's up.
Aaron's got a good opportunity here. He doesn't have to strike this. With the new cloth, it'll play true. Maybe put a little bit of low. Maybe slow right just to spin it in. But you can hold it nicely for the 3. Everything's lining up nicely. Just roll forward for the 4. Give yourself an angle for the 6 in the corner.
Yeah.
Aaron rushed that shot. He didn't. His final backstring was rushed, and I think that contributed to his miss. I just caught it out of the corner of my eye. I was looking at the screen, but
yeah, he got
his
down.
back arm.
I'm sorry, I was agreeing
he was
with
just
you.
a little quick with that final stroke.
Ooh, just leaked out a little bit. I think Aaron can see the ball. I don't think he has a pocket angle for it. I might be wrong. He does?
I'm looking right down there. I think he can pocket this on the side.
It's a good shot. Good cue ball control from Aaron. Now, you were saying on this 4 ball, he wanted to come off with a good angle to leave himself a good shot on the 6. It looks like he might be on the wrong side to kind of do that. Would you run down to that short rail on the left?
You're right. He's going away from that 6. I might go out to the long rail back to center table. That one you had to struggle a little bit. That's what Aaron tried to do. But if you hit it crisp with a nice draw stroke, low right, you'd be able to come back to the center of the table. But this isn't bad. I mean, he can play this in the corner. He can play the combination. He still has a shot on there. But once you get out of shape, you tend to stay out of shape unless you make a good recovery shot. Fortunately for Aaron, this one's going away from where he wants to be for the 8. Kind of shooting into a backwards angle right for the pocket.
Yeah, one of the phrases I learned when I was first starting pool was bad shape leads to worse shape leads to ball in hand.
Oh, with the wave. Yeah, our first official wave. Talk about birthday gifts with each other. Aaron just needs to compose himself. He got a little fortunate there, but you don't want to miss this ball. And that's what I'm talking about. You get a little fortunate, then you kind of start to feel bad.
Yeah, especially when you wave off. I remember I was talking about Jeremy Johnson mentioning something about that, how it's almost a psyche where you feel like you stole one from your opponent and you feel bad. Granted, I think the pros kind of just wave it off as an understanding, like, hey, wasn't doing that to you on purpose kind of a thing, as opposed to a, hey, I got you on one.
You said Jeremy Johnson?
Jeremy Jones, my apologies.
Okay, all right. Just wanted to clarify there.
Yeah, I was looking at Jeremiah and gave the wrong last name.
All right. Well, the Fargos are Michael Ruston with a 436 and Aaron Horvath with a 509. And that's kind of what Joe was alluding to earlier, is that on paper Aaron is the favorite to win, but with 4,000 games in the Fargo, it's very hard for Michael to adjust that and change. So, are you implying that he plays better than a 436?
Well, I mean, those who know and understand Fargo know that it's a trailing average.
Ooh, spit that pocket. Spit that ball out of the pocket. Sorry, Joe.
It's okay. It's okay. So, with it being a prevailing average, it takes games from even 2 years ago, and you're not playing how you were 2 years ago. No matter who you are, you're not playing that way. So, those games might not be as weighted as, say, a fresh game in Fargo, but it still has some weight in the calculation itself. So, sometimes, you see some of these lower Fargo-rated people, and you just happen to really shoot the lights out sometimes, and it's kind of a long average. But I would say, that You know, when you get somebody up there with 4,000, 5,000, shoot 12,000 games. Oof. Aaron getting away with one there. When you can't hook them, leave them long, right?
Well,
Mouse giving you problems still?
I think the battery's dying on this guy.
Speaking of batteries dying, happy birthday to these two. Aaron yelling, wait for it. I think he just wants to wait and see if the ball will go in the pocket for him.
Michael giving that one up. So let's talk about one of our sponsors, Si Senor Restaurant. They've been serving up some of the finest Mexican food in our area since 1984. They have awesome chips and multiple salsas. They're here in Las Cruces, located at 1551 East Loman Avenue. Their hours of operation are Sunday through Thursday, 8 a.m. to 8:30. I'm sorry, 11 a.m. to 8:30 p.m. and Saturday, Sunday, 11 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. You can reach them at 575-527-0817. That is Si Senor Mexican Restaurant.
Yeah, they're just down the street.
Yep, they're just down the street. I had some of that Si Senor on Wednesday.
Did you go into Si Senor or did you go to the Express?
I went into Si Senor. They took me out. I don't know if it's I told you or not, but I'm going back to shift work. So the administrative team took me to lunch. Very nice of them. I had their fajita salad. It was delicious.
It's powdered sugar. Delicious.
The lice hate it.
Yeah. Well, we usually do Si Senor just after church on Sundays because they got the caldo that my mother-in-law really enjoys. So, you know, they got big pieces of meat, big pieces of vegetables. She absolutely loves it. I'm more of a, you know, give me some tacos or some cheese or something. You're a terrible person. Looks like Aaron's up. He's going to go with a cut break from the right side. I'm dealing with a teenager.
All right, so see how he broke from the side rail, made that corner ball? Now what Aaron needs to do is concentrate on controlling the cue ball, and he'll get more success off of that break.
Mm-hmm.
What do you like here, Joe? You like playing the safe behind the four?
I do. You know what I'm saying? Build that separation.
Go offensive.
Well, with where the two ball is, actually, I think I'd probably go offensive, try to take on that challenging first shot of cutting in this, because you do have a lot more room than you think with the 7 ball right there. You know, with the 7 ball going right into that corner pocket, or helping the 1 ball go into the corner pocket, and then you could just roll the cue ball to the other side, and you got a lot of room to land safe in order to make the 2. Your opinion?
I like the cut. You always want to shoot to try to overcut that ball. But yes, it bode well to a very successful out. I mean, the 2 ball was sitting there nicely.
Mm-hmm. And I noticed Aaron was really quick with his cue work there. It didn't seem very smooth going through, and that's another thing that doesn't really help with the new cloth and the sliding. It
slow down. Right, smooth follow through. Coming out nicely for the 4. That was an excellent. He navigated that nicely. There's that 8 ball played huge.
If there's anything bad about that shot, he might have came up just a little short, wanted a little bit more angle towards the 5 ball, but he came off the rail, rolled, you know, at least to the string almost, to the head string.
It's a thin cut into the side. Very makeable though.
Does he have the corner for that shot as well, or just the side, do you think?
Let's see. He's looking at the corner. I think that's where he's looking to pocket the 5.
Well, Mike's turn to get away with one.
No wave there.
No wave, but I think that was because he didn't leave himself anything quality to shoot at. I don't think he's got the full 5 ball in order to pocket it. I think he might be trying to play the safety and tuck the 5 ball behind the 9 and leave the cue all the way down where his hand is. Oh. Different shot than what I was looking at. Understatement of the year, right? Just call me George, right?
Not saying anything.
So who's Neil Fine playing again?
That would be Fetter.
He's playing Fetter. Well,
He likes to go to the top. Very nice. Come out 2 rails for the 8. Go get a 3rd rail if you wanted to. He's got a good angle. Just roll forward. All right.
we're live in Austin, Texas.
Yep.
That's good. That's good. We're happy to see some people that we might not have had to this channel over here. We appreciate y'all coming to check us out. Make sure to check us out again when we have more matches coming in. Like and subscribe, or follow us on Facebook, and you can see what's coming up for us. Sometimes we do still run tournaments out here.
Right, they're few and far between, but they're special when we do them. I think the last one we did was the benefit for Jonah Hernandez, the officer that was killed in the line of duty.
We were able to put together, a little bit of money. It never seems like enough, I'm saying, especially for somebody who passes as tragically as that was, but, just something to help out the two kids and wife that he left here. So is that gonna find the corner? No.
Yep, not enough legs. Stay down, follow through.
I'm glad I didn't say anything, because I would have felt that would have been a commentator's jinx.
Commentator's curse.
Yeah, yep. Exactly.
Looks like he's going to be banking this ball. Don't power it in, just kind of smooth. Oh, he's going for the side. Tricky guy.
See, I told you, for a 430, I'm saying he pulls those shots out every once in a while, that things that make you go, And during practice, he was doing a lot of those bank shots and was very successful on quite a few of them. Unfortunately for Michael, he wasn't able to get that one there. Aaron escapes with another win right there, 3-1, but that can be just as easily brought back. Speaking of brought back, I don't know how I could tie that in, to be honest.
Yeah.
But let's go on ahead and mention our next sponsor of tonight and of Accelerate Tournaments. We've got Old West El Paso Construction. Javier Calzada, the owner. He does a wide variety of high-quality general contract work, great quality and pricing. You can go on ahead and give them a call at 915-217-8471. And that's going to be Javier Calzada for Old West El Paso Construction. So how do you feel, Tibor, about having the 2 ball on the back of the rack?
I'm indifferent. I do think that the 2 ball in the back can lend itself to some. I mean, you're essentially establishing a pattern, right? So now you can track where that's going along with the one. But I don't know if what's the reason behind that. I don't know enough about the rack when and where the balls go after the break. That 4 ball tracked right in there. The 2 balls coming up table. 1 ball on the side.
Oh, find a little kick.
A little close to the work. I don't know if Aaron's going to look to try to take this on or not.
Now, I believe both competitors were told that in the beginning, if they need a ref, we are available, but we need to be called for the shots. This being a friendly, match between the two of them, I really don't see either just necessarily needing us, but we are available. That does come with anybody who shoots with the Accelerate Tournaments Showdown matches. Aaron electing to go with a safety. Putting it down there.
Yep, just thinning the side of the 2, coming around a couple rails, providing distance. Tried to get behind that 5 and 7. Came up a little short.
Mm-hmm. So I asked you about your opinion of the 2-ball on the back. What do you think of the 9-ball on the spot?
Now, I think putting the 9-ball on the spot and using the magic rack is great. You have to develop your break a little bit more. It's not as automatic to make a ball on the break, and it requires some level of skill. Leaving the rack the way it is, racking the 1 on the spot, it makes the game too easy, in my opinion. I really like the fact that they're starting to play with a 9 on the spot. We tried to do a little predator match with the 9 on the spot and race the 4s. And we saw how difficult it was to make a ball on the break.
Yeah, but unfortunately you were punching my teeth in that night, so,
I got lucky.
8 games in a row. Aaron's striking really hard on the balls, for a lot of these shots, and I don't think he's getting the roll he's expecting because, I think on that one there you could have gone with something a little bit smoother, taken a bit more of time to pocket the 2-ball and still came around fairly easily for the 3-ball.
So when you say smoother, what are you talking about? What do you mean
he
when
looks
you say
he
smooth?
looks very, very jerky on some of his shots.
We see what he's doing. When you say smooth, what do you mean?
Maybe not putting as much power into it and keeping a little bit more sturdy
So
frame.
You can be smooth and provide power, right?
Sometimes, sure.
So there's between the backswing and the forward swing, right? There's not a smooth transition, right? And it's almost like he's grabbing the cue and snatching at it and poking at the ball instead of following through. So when I say smooth, there's a smooth transition from the backswing to the forward swing, and you're striking through the ball. You're not poking the ball and then trying to push forward.
Yes, I'm seeing a bit of the snatch. Sorry.
Yep. No. And so, I thought he made that ball. When we talk about smoothness, that's what I'm referring to. And that's something you can see and definitely feel. Like I know when I'm punching at the balls because I don't have that smooth transition.
Mm-hmm.
Cueing through the ball.
Michael admonishing himself on that shot, but he still does have a look at the 5-ball.
That's right, he's Sousa on the shot.
Yeah, big bag.
For anyone that doesn't know, being Sousa is when you're frozen to the rail, left with a long distance shot.
You're still going to try and make fetch happen, aren't you?
Look, I have been Sousa plenty of times.
Yeah, but you're my Scotch doubles partner. That's what you're good for, right?
Well, You certainly sharpen up that part of the game for me.
You're welcome.
So Aaron, with the proximity of the 6, right? You can be real smooth on this ball. He didn't have to go forward. I think he could have just drawn it to the rail and kept it, held it there. It might have been more conducive to making the shot. Not poking at the ball, trying to force something to happen.
Do you think he was trying to get too good on the 6 and not just kind of leaving himself in the middle of the table?
Yeah, sometimes I think we get tunnel vision on where we want to be. And we're trying to force things to happen that doesn't need to happen. We want to get straight in or we want to get close to the ball when a longer shot in the same line plays just the same.
Good stroke there.
Come out one rail or two, depending on how he wants to play this.
I think Aaron really only has one difficult ball with the lie he's got there on the 7. Trying to navigate around the 9 ball if he goes down to the foot of the table.
Ball's getting some distance, right? So this is what I was talking about in the last one. He had a similar 9 ball, and you wanted to play smooth with this, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think you brought the rail any here. It's going to shoot off that rail. This is a lot more difficult of a shot than most people give credit for.
That was a smooth stroke there. Didn't look like he put... It looked effortless. Firing that money ball home.
Yep, Aaron going up 4 games to 1. While they're racking the balls, let's talk about Striker's Shooting World. They provide guns and ammo and concealed carry training. They have an indoor shooting range. They have a variety of firearms and shooting accessories. They provide outstanding service. They're located at 415 South Valley here in Las Cruces, New Mexico. They're open. Excuse me. They're open Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. You can reach them at 575-523-2424. That's Striker's Shooting World. Are the players taking a break? I saw Michael grab something. I don't know if he went to the restroom real quick or not.
I think he might have stepped out. Why don't we go on ahead and roll the big ads for a minute and see where we're at in just a minute.
All right.
Did Aaron need to share it follow you to the bathroom or?
All right. Aaron Horvath on the break. Let's see if he pockets a 3 ball like he's been doing.
Right. Drew the cue ball out a little bit, falling into 1, and 4 balls going to get in the game.
4 balls falling apart.
Right. So the player after the break has the option to either take the shot out or they can push out. Curious to see what Aaron is going to do here.
You know, I forgot who it was between, but I heard about a match last year that was either 9 or 10 ball. It was a rotation-based game like this, but they had to push off the break. It was mandatory.
That's interesting.
I forget who it was, but...
Now Aaron did elect to push out here. I believe he declared a push out. Leaving himself, in my opinion, a much tougher shot than what he had.
I didn't see Michael give that ball a second look. He just looked up and, nope, go ahead.
There's a lot of distance between these balls.
Especially for the dart method. I don't know which ball he has to get over. Do you? Is it?
Let's see if we can switch it up. Looks like it's the 8 ball.
Looks like it doesn't have to get over a whole lot of it, but there's just the.
Yeah, but you're coming down this part, right? So now you have to worry about avoiding the 8, controlling the cue ball, and the 1 ball. You can come down on the 8 ball, the 1 ball on the second. He was able to keep everything on the table.
Huge jump. Well, this is what I would call a successful pass back. I mean, Aaron was, yes, able to make contact with the ball, but you're able to make the 1 ball now. Whether you go off the rail and spin, or whether you can hit it direct, or I'm not over the ball, so I can't see 100%, but it's definitely a makeable one. There's off the rail.
You got to be careful catching it thick like that. But yes, I agree there, Joe. He had opportunities to do some good with that.
Aaron having some really nice breaks today. If you look at this, none of the balls are tied up. None of them are, sitting there being too much of an issue. I mean, the 5 ball and the 9 ball, yes, they're on the rail, but at the same time, that 4 ball has 3 pockets for if you want to play the combo. But Aaron leaving a good shot for the 4 ball to get in shape for the 5. It's almost Tom Cruise style right here. Stop and drop for most of them.
The old Tom Cruise run out. I don't think he can hold this 6 for the, or sorry, this 5 for the 6 on the side closest to us. I think he might have to go across the table. Depends. This is new cloth on the table, so I'm curious to see how fast. Yeah, just like that. He had to come across the table, let himself go to the 6. 7 ball hanging in the jaws, and manipulate position from that any which way.
This is the one he doesn't want the stop shot for.
Well, it'd be an interesting strategy.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Aaron throwing a good portion of right-hand English on there and holding for the corner pocket. Needs to hold up a little more.
Still some work here to do. Let's see, what does the other camera angle show us? Back over here. I don't know. Is he able to avoid the side pocket going forward? Oh, he lifted to bank it.
Oh, the 3-rail trick shot bank. Nobody saw that one coming. There's the second wave of the day. I didn't see that, man.
I don't think Aaron saw it coming either.
You have to be a 509 to see those kind of shots, And Michael's right on some of those shots. All you can do is laugh, I mean, 9 ball sometimes being a not a sloppy game. What's the term I'm looking for? Where you don't have to call the pocket. You can get lucky on some of those shots where it rolls around the table, goes in somewhere else, and it's just the nature of the beast. Let's go on ahead and talk about Anthony Sosa, Roofing and Construction. Roofing, painting, and now offering solar. So if you need some of those breaks from the high prices here in Las Cruces and surrounding areas, get a hold of Anthony Sosa Roofing and Construction. They could help you out with solar. Outstanding work, wonderful customer service. Contact Mark Anthony at 575-288-5615.
All right, it's 5-1. What's Michael got to do to get back into this match?
He needs to win 4 games.
Very good there.
Thank you. Now, and you know what? Michael just needs to start taking these a game at a time. He's in a hole. Right. A couple of them were fluke shots, like on the last one. A couple of them were, rush shots from his own doing, missing a ball here and there. And, one of them he basically gave ball in hand, table scratch, and gave him a straight 9 ball. So he needs to minimize his mistakes, start trying to sharpen up and play a little bit tighter. Take more of the time, be more deliberate on your stroke. Know exactly what you're doing.
That's 9 ball, right?
That's right. It's very easy to find that huge deficit and then bring yourself down. You need to get up there one ball at a time and just create that rhythm. Start having everything swing towards your favor.
That's very similar to the match we did last week with Hassan and Abner.
Yep. Abner was down, what was that, 12-4, I believe, at one point. Was able to bring it back. Unfortunately, lost 13-10.
I think it was 9.
9?
Yeah.
But definitely put on a showing towards the end and started bringing some beats to his side. What do you think of a one-rail kick to the side pocket, but with enough speed that if you miss it long, it goes behind the 8?
Well, during practice, Michael was shooting a couple of bank shots and a few kick shots. And
Does he have enough to bank it?
I don't think he has enough to bank it, but I know he's got enough to kick it. I think he might be trying to play a safety shot here and just go one rail. Ooh. That looked like he was trying to fire at the side pocket. But with that speed, I don't know if it would have gone in.
Speed control's a little off.
Some love from the 9 ball. One of the things I was going to say earlier after Aaron's break is Aaron's been having a real success with his break. Nothing's been tied up, nothing. Well, now, of course, we got the 1-2 are kind of really in close proximity, but that wasn't because of the break. Speaking of our Arizona players, I saw Corby leaving some comments over on Facebook. Hey, Corby, how you doing?
That was a good shot from Michael. He was able to shoot that into the top left corner pocket. Breaking out the old yumper.
Yump it.
Unsuccessful, unfortunately, giving Aaron ball in hand with a nice open table.
Here's where Aaron needs to keep the pedal down, Not let up. I know you guys are friends, but not do what I did in my match, get up 5-1 and then end up losing.
Well.
Yes.
We're not going to talk about that.
Why not?
Because this is Aaron and Michael's match, not Joe's cry session.
Oh, that's not why. You had something you wanted to say, but we're fine. Aaron not able to draw enough on the ball. Couldn't get enough screw on there to pull it back.
Don't say that.
He was able to get the right amount?
No. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
Is banking this ball? He's trying to play it to the side.
Yeah. Wow. I don't know if that was played as a safety or if he was trying to slide it behind the 8 ball, but boy, Michael's not really getting the best opportunities and looks at the table here between that last shot with the 1 ball that he made a great shot and then this one here, unfortunately slipping behind the 5 ball. Slidey, slidey. So what do you think? He just needs to not get too cute with this and just roll to the center of the table.
Right. Just cut the 6 in with a nice speed, bring it back to the center of the table. Everything else is lying pretty.
Wow. Hit with a lot more power than I probably would have shot that at. But, you know, he left himself a opportunity to get back on the left side of the 8-ball. The left side as we're looking over here. You see where I'm pointing? He's got an angle that he can go with some bottom right. No?
I don't see it going above the 8-ball.
There it is. It's right above the 8-ball now. You hate me sometimes, don't you?
More and more.
Oh, hi. How you doing? Scott leaning in. I thought he wanted a kiss for a second.
Well, this is an opportunity for Michael to do something, right? Doesn't mean he has to make this 7-ball. He plays safe. But he needs to play smart from this point.
Mm-hmm.
Really take advantage of Aaron's mistakes. Punish him for it. And he's just not doing it this match.
Not yet. We've seen what?
We've seen a couple 8-balls and 9-balls missed from both players. They're just not taking, or at least Michael's not taking the advantage, taking the punishing for those mistakes.
Mm. Well, regardless of the score saying 5-1, there's still a lot of pool to be had, possibly.
That's right. I believe you had made mention that you were up 5-1 and lost that match. I know that stings, Joe, and I'm sorry. It just goes to show that you're never out of a match. That's all I was pointing out.
Oh, I agree. Aaron playing a bank shot.
So here we have another 8-ball missed. About 20 people on the stream.
Yeah. Welcome to all those people. We know we got some of you guys from Austin, some from Arizona, some from here in Cruces.
I even think I saw Palm Springs, California.
Wonderful. Well, welcome.
Wonderful.
Wonderful. That was a good safety right there. I'm pretty sure that was a safety shot. You know what I'm saying? He left him pretty much in the middle of the rail. Pretty close there, so.
You think you can hold her one row back, leave the cue ball behind the 9? Here's that opportunity that Michael needs to take advantage of.
It's knocking.
Stay down, follow through. Just a nice follow shot. He might look. Looks like he's going to go 2 rails out. Just needs to be careful with the speed.
It's about 50-yard line-ish. I think he's going to go with the bank shot. Yeah.
Leave him on that top rail.
I mean, he fired it, so it did have enough speed to get there, which is good for him. I find myself a lot often on some of those there. I try to play a slow shot, but I end up hosing myself in the end. So Michael really using that speed to his advantage on that bank shot. But
All right, Aaron teasing Michael with another bank.
you know, you leave him these here enough, he's going to bite you. cue ball.
That's a smart shot, right? Thinking into that corner pocket like that, creating distance. Switch up the. Let's see if Aaron tries to cut this ball in.
I do love that shot, though. That's wonderful, because then you sue some on the rail with a real long shot. This is just kind of a back and forth action here. One leaves long rail, one leaves short rail. Oh!
Ooh. Well, this is no gimme. Good opportunity for Aaron to take this 6th rack, 7th rack.
One short, one long.
So you stay down, follow through, have that smooth delivery that we were talking about.
Send it.
It wiped its feet in on the way in, but successful. Aaron up 6-1 on this race to 13. While they're racking the balls, let's talk about Lorenzo's Italian Restaurant. Family owned and operated, providing fantastic food and services. They also provide catering. Great supporter of our local community. They're located at 1753 East University in Las Cruces, New Mexico. Open Monday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Friday and Saturday, noon to 9:30 p.m. and Sunday, noon to 8 p.m. You can reach them at 575-521-3505, and that's Lorenzo's Italian Restaurant.
All right, what's your favorite dish?
I do enjoy their green chili lasagna.
My mom, anytime she comes in, that's one place where we have to go. And Aaron, I don't know if you can call him sponsored from Accelerate tournaments, or just the granddaddy of Accelerate tournaments, or what, but maybe he's more of a, what is that, Ricky Bobby, where he's got me written on his car. And we know Michael is actually sponsored by Jam Up Apparel and Salado.
Maybe we can get a Salado match in later.
I don't see why not. Do you need me to spot you this time?
Please.
All right. That one ball hide a little bit? No, not really.
You can see it. I think we can cut it to, as we're looking at the camera, the lower right. Or the lower left, looking at this.
Needs that one ball to find a place to be tricky.
Right. So they are playing early nines. If Aaron elects. Difficult from this suited position.
Well, you know, at least nobody's done the over-rolling their shape by 7 feet on a 7-footer yet.
Well, that's true.
That's reserved for me.
Thank you, bud.
There's room for the one ball to slide in. Or he can go for the cheese.
Yeah. I smell a rat.
Mr. Queso over there.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Aaron, you got a little cheese right here. A little cheese. There's the safety that Michael needed to play.
Smooth. This is where I differ from Aaron. He's looking to jump this ball. And maybe it's just because I'm not as well versed at the jump as Aaron, maybe. I just see more opportunities for the kick.
Mhm. I I think I would put myself almost on par with Aaron with the jump shots, but I agree that I would go for a kick shot on this just because even if you, let's say you jump the ball and hit the one, you're really not going to be able to control it that much. You're not going to make it into a pocket. I just think that it only lends itself to more bad outcomes than good. But that's my opinion. I am certainly not Federer. Ooh!
Wow.
Didn't make a difference.
So successful save. Getting ball in hand.
Get balls.
Got your balls right here. All right, nice stop shot up in the corner, leaving himself good on the 2. Gonna go forward for a 3. Wants to make sure he leaves some sort of angle. Well, I guess he can draw straight back. Put a ball sitting in front of the top left as we look at it.
Now, I think I would have rolled forward just so that I'm not shooting, you know what I'm saying, with my panza right on the table. Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
And, you know, if you leave yourself on the other side, then you can come off the long rail and not have to deal with running into anything. Whew.
He was able to see that ball. Was able to kick the 5 down table, giving himself another shot. This one you just need to hit follow, come back and forth. Smooth stroke.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of the shots that Chris Reinhold was working with you, right?
That is correct. Get
Shot
a little
that
legs.
well.
All right.
There's a couple of ways that Mike can get on this ball. Go low right, come out 2 rails. He can go with just a follow ball, come up table, back down.
Well, he did go with bottom right, but a little strong.
Yeah, too much stroke on that one. But he has a shot at the 7. Just needs to stay down, fall through the ball. Almost made that 9. Ball's lining up nicely for Mr. Horvath.
I think Michael's starting to get a little bit of frustration here coming in.
Right, it might be time for him to take a break and go clear that mind of his.
Mm-hmm. Go to the restroom, splash some water on your face, or spike your hair like I do.
Yes, come back looking like Superman.
Superman. Roberto Gomez.
Using all of the pocket, trying to get that cue ball off the rail.
Well, this isn't a hard shot, but it's definitely not a gimme.
Right.
You know, with as many balls as we've seen kind of rattle around inside the throat of the pocket. All right, Michael, now get down. Take your time.
Be careful with that scratch. Avoiding that scratch, avoiding the other. Getting one back. Now traveling just 4 racks. Excuse me, there, Joe.
Pardon me, sir. Yeah, well, you know what Michael could probably use right now is some of that Amaro wine. You know, head down to Amaro Winery and Tap Room, a variety of great wines, multiple events throughout the week, including live karaoke, live music, sip and paint, open mics, a variety of dancing, dance classes, stuff like that. They're located at 402 South Melendres in Las Cruces. Again, 402 South Melendres. They're open Wednesday, 3 to 11, Friday, Saturday, 1 p.m. to 11 p.m., and Sunday, 1 p.m. to 8 p.m. Their phone number is going to be area code 575-527-5310. I guess they're not open Thursdays?
Well, now from what you just read.
I know, that's interesting. Yeah, I gotta find out when they're doing the next karaoke.
Smash that break. Successful. As a look at the one ball, you could choose to be offensive, bank that one, come down for the two. We can look to create separation, put that one ball on the short rail, middle diamond, using the 3-5-7 as blockers.
Now on this, would you bank for the middle pocket or would you bank for the corner?
I'm looking at the corner. Right, because that one, if you miss it short, it plays safe.
Or long? At least left a lot of distance.
Yes, do they long? He banked it a lot shorter than I thought he was going.
Yes. I would agree with that. You know, I'm saying coming in and making that hard contact with the 5 ball, then coming 2 rails out. Aaron going a little thinner than he wanted to.
Michael has a cut available to him.
It's almost the same shot that Aaron had, maybe a little deeper.
Yeah, a little tougher than what Aaron had. But you play to overcut this ball, it plays safe. Right, you miss a pro side.
If Michael watches the shot that Aaron just made and hits it at the same exact spot on the one ball. Sounds like they're getting a little rowdy at the chip tournament. Having fun. Well, as rowdy as you can. They sound like they're having fun.
Reluctant to come back out. I don't know if I like that shot.
What do you find wrong with it? Or not what you would do?
To get the shot, you have to come swing way out, and then the 6 ball plays big there. I thought he could roll forward and then draw back out for the 3. It might have been with a little bit more touchier, a little touchier.
Either one I think is fine. I'm not a big fan of touchy, but you know. Aaron finding his cut there, but unfortunately missing a spot on the rail to come out.
Or overrunning it.
Now I think that doing the same style shot that Michael did on the last one, going with the corner on this and really just parking the cue ball over there by the 9-8.
Came a little short. I don't know how the angle is. Could he cut this on the side? I don't think so. Might have to just play it up table.
Yeah, that looks.
Might be able to have it on the side. Oh. See, this was one of those shots that I just don't look at very often. Is that cross side bank like that? Which is a smart shot because you come back into position on the right side of the 6 ball.
The unfortunate outcome on that one there was the scratch. Aaron leaving a healthy angle for the 6 ball. Probably just going to draw himself back towards the middle of the table.
Healthy angle.
Healthy. Yeah. Thick.
Rolled up far enough to play it in the side. Just roll it forward, play the 8 in the corner.
Well, Aaron doesn't need to roll out a whole lot in order to make the 8 ball, but I'm sure he wants to roll out just to the other half of the table in order to give himself a good look to come out one rail for the 9. Your opinion?
Yeah, I was curious if he was going to juice it up and try to get closer, go one rail out. But this is fine. This is one of those things where you just stick with the table gives you. Don't try to get yourself better position. That's not going to afford a better outcome. Is he going to draw it underneath the 9?
Ooh.
It was a little bit fuller than I wanted to be.
Bit thick.
Yes.
Say it. Go ahead.
It was a little thick.
Well, I think Michael's laughing more at our comment than the fact that we'll see if he's able to get an opportunity to get back to the table on this rack.
Bang it to the side, come back from the center of the short rail. Leaving a little bit of a tester for Michael.
I know, right?
Well, just like the last rack, he just needs to stay down, take his time, relax. Just really make a confident stroke. Steal one from Aaron. There it is.
Just like that. Stealing another one from Mr. Aaron. Punishing him for his mistakes.
Well, claws are out. Let me tell you what, Michael's starting to claw back.
Gonna cut him with them claws?
He's going to cut him real bad.
That reminds me of one of our sponsors, the Cut Gallery.
Oh, dang.
They are a full-service salon doing quality work with great pricing. Go see Laura, Mary, and the rest of the great staff for haircuts and more. You can find them at 1226 South Solano Drive here in Las Cruces. Their number is 575-526-8765. That is the Cut Gallery.
We have timeouts for injuries.
Are the players taking a break?
No.
You don't mind, real quick?
Yeah, they're going to take a real quick break. Apparently, there's a nail sticking out of one of the pockets, and the nail got angry at Aaron. You know, when you get that skin that's got a little bit of time on it, it's a little thin. So we'll be back in just a minute.
All right. All right, we're back. The players took a little break. Yeah, I really think Michael needs to change his break. He needs to go to the side rail.
Or at least move, you know what I'm saying, maybe to the corner of the break box.
He was close to that. I just think he needs to go to the side rail. That's where you need to break from with the magic back. I think he did play in a tournament where he had to do the 9 on the spot in that break box.
Mm-hmm.
And so maybe he's just reliving that. Haven't forgot that. 6-3, yes sir.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Hell of a shot, sir.
That was very inventive right there from Senior Horvath. And that's more of a Mr., not his age joke.
Yes.
Good recovery. Good recovery.
Thank you. I have to be careful. He's sensitive sometimes. I have to be careful of how loud I speak too, just because we're right here on the floor with him.
All right, a couple of good shots from Aaron.
Yeah.
Let's see. Doesn't look like he can play in the corner. And the side pocket. Michael thinks he's going to be playing safe. He was going aggressive.
Well, how's that for a safe?
Goodness.
How's that for a safe? Oh my goodness. This guy. It must be my birthday.
He's getting gifts left and right.
Well,
Wow.
I think the worst part of it is if you go from birth certificates, Michael's actually got him beat by 2 years, and Aaron's just kicking him while he's down. That's just not even fun. Yeah, whatever happened to respect for your elders?
Right? Was that shot disrespectful?
Oh, goodness. I probably would have been a little upset, but I mean, yeah, you got to laugh at that because again, you're either laughing at that or you're crying. There's no two ways about that.
Happy birthday, puppy.
Michael wishing him a happy birthday. I won't complete what he said. I won't complete that quote.
Use your own imagination and feel free to use expletives.
We have some players replaying the shot in the pool.
What do you do?
Screams of disgust.
Pretty sure it picked it up too.
You're gonna get one too. I feel it. It's coming.
That's always kind of funny when you play on a stream and you hear people that are going back and watching it and. Aaron's showing the break again. He's not going to have a good look at the one ball, but at least he can see it without having to go through or over something. Pardon?
He's gonna make the 9.
Yeah.
Let's see where Aaron's going to make the 9 now.
I wouldn't have invoked that name yet. The name of the 9 ball.
You can thin this one and come around 2-3 rails behind the 9-7.
That was pretty close.
Real close. Back there and hit one of the damn balls.
So Aaron, you know what I'm saying, kicking him always down, leaving him terrible shots to shoot at.
Yes. So that was a good hit from Aaron. I went back and rewatched it.
Okay, I was getting ready to do that over here on my stuff, but you're quicker than me as usual, so.
Did you replay that?
It was a good hit.
what do you do on this shot? You just roll it forward. You don't need to worry about going too much further than where you're making contact. You can make that 4-ball from anywhere on that side of the table.
Yeah, it's a little bit more of a cut than you think, right? It was difficult for him to hold it up there. He should be all right. He had rolled a couple more rotations at the cue ball. He wouldn't have been.
Exactly.
This one you don't have to be cute. Just stay up top with a 6-ball. Play it down the rail. The 6-ball's off the rail enough to where he can do that without any worry with the side paddle.
Well, these shots here will definitely test to see if you're in line.
Right. Let's see how straight his stroke is.
Well, doesn't seem like the age is getting the shakes yet, so no problem there for Mr. Horvath. OMH.
Following the cue ball in, scratching, giving ball in hand, 2 balls left on the table.
Well, you know, this is a quality out for Michael right here. You know, he really needs to put these in, continue to claw his way back, you know, from Lucky Man Horvath. Well, you know what? He got it. You know, in the scorebook, it doesn't show how you made the 9-ball. It just shows that you made the 9-ball.
That goes for both of them.
You know, out here in Cruces, we've got, you know, a limited amount of places that you can go and shoot pool, and one of the ones that we like that we're actually out here at tonight is Jerry O's Rack Room, and we just want to say thank you again to Sharon and Dan Chester. So they've been out here since 1948. They got pool tables, shuffleboards, darts, a lot of, you know what I'm saying, pool room as well as game room stuff, you know, foosball. Get on out here, check it out. They got pool table sales, service, repair. They're located at 2255 East Loman Avenue in Las Cruces. Give them a call, 575-524-4337. Michael elected to go with Old Faithful.
It's one of them safety breaks.
And nothing went in, correct?
Yes, I do believe that break was dry.
Oh, teamwork there. Teamwork makes the dream work. They were able to get the 9-ball off the rack. We didn't have to pull out the white gloves and be official.
We can be if we need to be.
That's true. We can also be professional when we want to be.
It's harder for us to do, but...
Especially when we're working in teams, you know.
Let's see. Let's take a look over here. So Horvath breaking out the short cue again. This one I don't fault him on. I think this is more of a jump shot versus a kick. I don't know, have you been paying attention to the U.S. Open much?
You know, I watched a little bit of it today. I was trying to watch it the other day when unfortunately the YouTube channel froze for a while during the Jeremy Jones match. I was really interested in that one there. I like seeing Jeremy Jones out there shooting with some of the younger big dogs that they have out there now. And, you know, for a while it was, I believe, even up 5-5 or 6-5, something like that. And then we ended up getting an update in the chat saying it was 8-5, and then I kind of turned it off because I was sick of just staring at somebody walking around a table. So.
Frozen still?
Yes. Michael not able to get, you know, some of that luck of the Horvath and make the 9-ball. but. Now, what's your opinion on this one here? How are you trying to get back on the 2-ball? Are you just going to try and float to the other side of the table and just try to take your medicine?
This is a tough shot to make, and Aaron did a very great job on that.
Wow.
If you're shooting to make it, he did it just perfect.
Great
Right.
job. Thank you.
This one, he doesn't have to do much. You can pop it a little bit, get him off the rail.
I think he might have been just a little bit gun shy on that one with the scratch that he had before and some of the slides that we've seen on the table. Maybe.
Yeah. He didn't have a lot of angles, right? So you don't want to pop it and not make the ball. Let's see, you roll forward, bump the inside of that 8. So you have to stay on the outside and draw it out.
From what I can see, it looks like he's going to draw out 2 rails. Wonderful shape for the 5-ball.
You can't call them out rails after the fact.
Okay, this is going to be maybe a 1 rail, but he's most likely just going to go straight back. I'm not a soothsayer like you. I don't have those witch abilities.
See, this is one of those instances where he was trying to do too much, missing the shot. And we got another Horvath wave.
Is that his 4th wave off of the night?
Well, the only one he's going to admit to.
5. He said his 5th wave off.
I've at least counted 7 where he should have.
At least. One of the lines that Aaron uses with me, because I'm try to be quick-witty and all that stuff there, is, with friends like you, who needs enemies? Well, I think Michael's saying that right now about Aaron.
A little bit of that luck back.
All right. He took a bow.
The important thing was the successful jump, right? And,
right.
Whatever happens after, you're at the mercy of the pool gods.
Bonus pool?
A bonus pool. This one's tough. When you're shooting down on a ball like that, it tends to want to swing around. It's very hard to be accurate on that shot.
Going back to talking about Chris Reinhold working with me, this was one of the shots pretty much exactly that he set up, right there pretty close to the 3rd diamond.
A little quick with his delivery.
Well, at least neither one of us make it in the side pocket.
Yeah, it's nice that they're still able to make, witty remarks to each other, even though they're playing for the bragging rights.
Right.
All right, so Aaron with a long shot. Like I said, short shot and a long rollout.
Looks good.
Wow, sitting down. I know.
Now, personally, I probably would have gone to the other pocket just so that I didn't have to try and maneuver around the 9-ball, and I would have left myself straight down, theoretically, for the corner pocket. But, sometimes there's no wrong way to shoot a Reese's.
Right. That's the beauty of the pool, is there's so many different ways that you can do that. Get on balls, playing safe. It really makes it interesting to see what players decide to do. And it's even more interesting when it's in a pressure or stressful situation. You see him sweat a little bit.
Well, it is definitely a lot more challenging when you actually have people watching from other areas of the world, and the cameras are on you, and you're not sure exactly what somebody's going to say afterwards. And you just got to kind of block all that stuff out.
Right. I'm always worried, like, oh, this guy can't play pool. He doesn't know what he's doing on the table. Why in the world did he shoot that shot like that?
Well, see, that's the great part about me is I do that every time. So, oh no. Oh. The Heartbreak Hotel. Aaron grabbing the cue ball out, going to shoot this one into the corner pocket.
Mr. Horvath to go up 8 games to 4. Let's talk about TCMB Design. Daniel and Teresa providing phenomenal custom designed jewelry, sun catchers, and more. They specialize in laser cut jewelry that is inlaid with stones and minerals like turquoise. They also create special trophies and awards made from wood and acrylic. They also cater to men, offering cufflinks, leather bracelets, lapel pins, leather cord necklaces, and keychains. You can also get them to make miniature boxes, decorative designs, and even nativity scenes. You can find them at the Las Cruces Farmers Market or other craft and trade shows. You can reach them at 575-288-5308. That's TCMB Design.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of their work when we were doing a lot more of the tournaments, with the series event that we had down at Pizza Zone when it was Pizza Zone. And, just a lot of their work is very, very well put together, very well crafted. I'm fortunate enough to have, even though it's kind of more of a wiseacre trophy, but I at least have one, so.
Yes, you do.
I won't ask. Aaron not only making the wing bowl, but also making the one ball in the side pocket, leaving a stiff cut shot on the 2 ball. Needs to roll out off the rail and make a good look at the 4 ball.
This is a very difficult cut. I wouldn't be surprised to see him play safe here. No, he was successful in making that. That's the interesting thing about that shot is you're playing on this new cloth, so that ball was able to slide before it started to roll, aiding its pocketability. Might have made that word up, but it works.
Pocketability, I like that word. You should trademark it. Well, using the whole pocket. But you know what? When it wipes its feet when it goes in, that means it went in clean, right?
Love that stroke out.
Ooh.
Forgot to factor in.
It's a long, fairly straight shot.
Stay down, follow through. Just like that.
It was a smooth stroke. So he's going to go with draw on this next one, come out one rail. He's got to be real. He's got to come in with some of that pocketability. Gosh, man. Happy birthday, dear Aaron. Happy birthday to you.
He's just going to make the 9 right
I called him on his birthday, and his daughter said, thank you very much. She's offering to give you voice lessons now.
I got a very interesting phone call from Tim Daniel.
Well, I mean, that's a good safety. He doesn't have a lot of room against the rail, and he's kind of put him against that 8-foot table that we were talking about earlier in the match that kind of can get in the way of you getting a nice wide stance and how you bend over.
Just effective, just a little bit.
Side pocket. Oof. Let's see if it gets some love. Well, I didn't see that safety. I don't think Aaron really goes for the cut on this one. I'm pretty sure he's going to... He is going to go for the bank shot. Nice and smooth. Here's one of those testers you always talk about. You know, in practice you can make these probably 6 out of 8 times, but put a little pressure of the, even just a small match like this when you're ahead, it can really start to play with your mind. Pro side miss.
Right, we just get down, have a smooth follow through, smooth stroke.
Oh, Michael just testing to make sure in his age that he remembers his name. Shooting that one, and you can start to see some of these shots that he normally makes. He's just kind of starting to wear just a little bit, but he's a fighter. He's a fighter, like we were saying. He's got a lot of games, a lot of experience.
All right, well, another opportunity at this 9. I don't think he was thinking he was going to get one.
It's tough to think that sometimes, when the motor's not running good and you're starting to stall out, on the pool table, and you really just need to, go for a quick tune-up. Well, what about your car? When your car's going through a rough patch, we got somebody to go to out here in Las Cruces. It's Egan Auto Service. Take care of that engine. Take care of that transmission. They're locally owned and operated. Expert auto repair service at low prices. They're located at 1128 East Amador Avenue in Las Cruces. Contact Egan Auto Service at 575-541-1444. So, they're talking about the Salado app. Keep in mind they are doing stuff on Salado. One of Salado's own shooters right here, Michael Ruston, shooting out of Austin now. Was shooting out of Phoenix for a while.
Massachusetts?
Austin?
Oh, Austin.
Gosh, you're just such a wonderful person most of the time. Just not tonight. So, let's see if Michael can get that engine started. See if he can drop it down and add more time. Oh. Next time.
In 10 minutes.
You can postpone it again in 10 minutes. There we go. If you didn't know what Michael looks like, there's a good shot of him right there, showing his pretty mug.
But now I can message you and be like, hey, I'm Jerry O's. Who are you? Yeah. Like, I'm on table 1. Come find me. Right?
So I believe they're talking about some of the better features of Salado as far as you're able to message your opponent. If you're in a match, you can tell them, hey, like Michael was just saying, hey, I'm over on table 1, or whatever the message is.
All right, table opening up nicely. Has a good shot of the 1. Leads naturally to the 2.
Best break of the night for him right there, wouldn't you say?
That I would, yes. Yes, sir.
Needs to get through there in order to see the 2 ball.
Yep.
Not
no window there.
That window's closed, sir.
The window is closed. Let's see if the kick is open. Let's see if this donkey's working. Spinning off the rail. Looks like you might have a chance to get it here. Does it get the rail? No, it does not. So for those who don't shoot 9-ball or any kind of cue sport, what happened there? I mean, he did make contact with the 2-ball first.
Yes, as the rules state, after contact, either the cue ball or the object ball must get a rail. If you fail to do that, It is a ball in hand for your opponent.
Do they still use the term table scratch? Or table foul or anything? Or is it just... Or is that old speak from me?
Is that back when they printed the rules in stone?
Yes, tablets as we referred to it as. Yeah, we referred to them as tablets.
Well, you gotta be careful about that because now people have tablets that are electronic, so you want to make sure that.
Well, that's actually how they got the name for them.
Please tell me more there, Papa Joe.
Well, see, back when I used to have to ride my Triceratops, Sarah, to school every day, you know, we didn't have to bring our own chisels. They had them there for us, so.
Now he's looking to put some draws. I was curious to see if he could just roll forward, come out maybe 1 or 2 rails.
We're going to try the wild nine.
A little wild.
Thank you. Get in there.
You know, sometimes you don't know if your opponent's yelling "get in there" is like honest, or if they realize that you're going to be hooked after that shot, or. There are some people I know that'll sit there and tell you "good shot" after you make a difficult shot, and they know you're going to hook you. They know you're going to hook yourself.
Who would do something like that?
So I was kind of blocked on that shot. What ended up happening there? Did he go into the corner of the pocket?
He missed it.
Okay. Didn't know that part. So how do you come around on this one? It looks like it's a little bit past the side pocket, but would you still shoot for the side, or would you go down?
It's thin into the side. I actually like shooting it up into the corner pocket. Drawing down, just like that.
Now, is there a way that he can go to the side pocket, run to the short rail, and out and kind of spin it somehow to get the 9-ball to not play so big?
I think he can avoid the 9-ball if you wanted to roll forward. I don't think that's what he's doing, though. Shoot it with some, like, follow with some outside. Check out that top rail.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Here's an opportunity for Michael to start closing the gap up a little bit. We are starting to get into that later stage right now where Aaron's only needing 5 to really just claim this one.
Doing well with those balls. That one had a little bit more distance, but he stayed down and followed through. And just like that, he claws within 2. After having, what, Aaron had a 5-1 lead?
5-1 lead was the biggest gap that we've had tonight. Was 4, but you know, like we were talking about, that's still early in the game.
Joe, do you like barbecue?
Oh, look at my figure and ask me if I love barbecue.
Well, let me tell you about Jim Bob's Barbecue. Providing fantastic barbecue brisket, pulled pork, ribs, along with many great side items. The jalapeno beans, I understand, is you and Aaron's favorite?
It is.
They're located out at the Las Cruces Airport, open Monday through Saturday, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. You can contact Jim at 575-652-1053. That is Jim Bob's Barbecue.
Yes, Jim Bob's. And If you ever fly your airport out here, or if you fly your airport, good Lord. If you ever fly your airplane out here to the Las Cruces airport, you can stop by and see me, and I'll make sure to take care of you. But I'll definitely turn you over to Jim Bob's because, you know, the barbecue over there, kind of a funny story. We had an airplane come in calling one time on the Unicom, which is the frequency that everybody uses, you know, telling where they're at in the pattern and when they're landing and stuff. And the guy was trying to ask me about their menu while he was flying in.
Oh, really?
Yes.
He is crushing that break.
Well, sometimes if it doesn't work, just hit it harder. Right?
Yes, sir.
If they don't listen the first time, you got to hit them harder.
I'm going offline now. Thank you, everybody.
I'm talking about the balls, Tibor. You got to slap those balls harder sometimes. What's your opinion of the layout here? You got some that aren't necessarily lending themselves too great for a run out. What do you think, Tibor?
Shoot this as we're looking at the screen, to the upper right corner with some draw. Hold it there. You don't want to draw it back. 3 plays. You can play off the 7.
Is Aaron going to get another one of his rolls?
No, I believe he can make this ball. Or has enough to where he can play safe. Like a half ball hit, separate him, maybe use the 6 ball as a blocker.
Ooh, even though he plays with an extension on already, it's a reachy shot. Reach is, well, hey, you know.
Hey.
Well, hey. It's all about shootability. Okay. Not given a pocket.
Just curious about that shot. I don't know if I had.
You think you would have gone rail first into it, or done what Aaron did earlier and just, you know, hit the object ball and then go straight for the 9?
The old poke and hope.
Yep. My nickname in high school when I play pool.
Sorry, Jim.
Oh, I wasn't with her at that time. That's a safety right there. Wow. Didn't see that one. That was an interesting way to go about that, but nails it, right? He's got to jump it. I'm making Michael laugh and Tibor look at me like I'm dumb. I love it.
You get that look a lot, don't you?
Yeah, but usually it's from my wife. Quick up and down. Aaron electing to go with the dart method. I know he doesn't do anything other than the dart method, but he's usually pretty exact with these.
Too much jump.
Aaron ate his Wheaties this morning.
Fiber 1?
Most likely.
Metamucil.
Well, that's what he has to drink with it. That was a very nice shot. I liked it.
What did you like about it?
It's a confidence builder because, I mean, let's face it, you got to roll it straight down a fair bit. You can't just sit there and lollygag the shot, you know.
No lollygagging here?
No lollygagging. And here's a nice little, you know, another shot that plays natural into shape.
Struck that one well.
Now, what's your opinion on the 7 ball? What are you trying to do here?
Well, let's take a look at the other camera here. I'm curious if he can draw it back into that cluster. I think he can, but you take some risk whenever you're colliding into balls like that.
Mm-hmm.
It depends on how confident you're at the table. Could he play it softly up the rail and play this 7 in the bottom left as we're looking at it?
Well, he slid by the 7. Unfortunately, the 6 ball not going into the pocket. Aaron having another opportunity to run some balls and extend his lead. But he does have to get past the 6 ball first, or he could always try to go for the old Horvath special and go 6-9.
Well, actually that's not a bad shot. Ball's opening up nicely for Michael. He's got a good chance to steal another one from Mr. Horvath.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of thievery going on.
Well, you know, I think Aaron doesn't want to, you know what I'm saying, take all of the luck with him.
He slowed down nicely on that shot, followed through. Rolled a little farther than he wanted. You're at the 50-yard line here.
Can I see the other angle real quick, T-Port? Just let me see straight down the table. Thank you, thank you. You're such a good guy, a good guy.
I don't think those are the words that you wanted to use, but
they're not. But it's fine. I'll stay out of that side pocket. Well, you know, one of the players around here, Chance, I talk to him quite a bit, and I tell him, you know, practice 4 ball outs. You don't have to fly the 9 ball every time. You know, just practice your 4 ball outs. How many times do you approach the table at our Fargo level? Those tricky ball
and hand miss.
Oh, those tricky ball and hand shots. But that is deep in the pocket.
Yes, that is very deep, making it tricky to come back out to get position on the 8.
Oh.
That follow caught, bent that cue ball back into the other corner pocket.
Does that happen on a older cloth table, you think?
It does. You really have to stroke it. But with this new cloth, it slides. It still maintains that forward of the follow revolutions. And unfortunate for Mr. Ruston.
So who stole that one?
I think it's like one of those things, like 3 for the first person who picks it up.
Right.
It's like,
Tibor, do you like sandwiches?
love sandwiches.
Do you like corner pockets?
I like corner pockets.
Do you like corner deli?
I do enjoy me some corner deli.
Corner Deli here in Las Cruces, a veteran and locally owned. Outstanding sandwiches, fresh sides, you know, lots of variety, offering military discounts, online ordering. They're located at 2139 North Main Street in Las Cruces. Again, that's going to be Corner Deli. Their phone number, 575-523-4045. Now, unfortunately for me and Corner Deli, last year, Jen had... she's a teacher, so she had one of her planning periods was actually basically coincided with lunch. So on Fridays, I would pick her up and take her to lunch, and we'd go to Corner Deli. You know, because not only do they have a veteran discount, but they also have like civil servant discounts as well. So if you're, you know what I'm saying, a civil servant, or you can always get yourself a nice little discount there and save yourself some money in these times of less disposable income. Aaron not giving so much of a big slam on the on there, going with the cut break. You don't have to do that in order to make the side wing ball, right?
I mean, I see why you're calling it a cut break, because he's crossing the face of the one ball, but in my opinion, that is not a cut break.
What would you call
it? It's just a miss-hit on the one. Hitting that one ball full is going to result in that corner ball going, right? I just, in my opinion, it's not a cut break. You're not cutting that one ball enough for what I think is constitutes a cut break.
So you're saying it's a miss break?
Well, I don't think he means to be crossing the face of the one.
So he's not being a Ghostbuster? He's not crossing the streams?
Oh my goodness. Oh, stay out of that corner pocket.
Wow. Well, this is one of those shots you talk about that you need to overcut and play a smooth stroke on it to let the ball roll out. It's definite speed control shot here in order to... Huh. I didn't see that. I'm sure you did, though. Right?
Excuse me. Sorry about that.
Who doesn't love a big Amaro in your face? All we can say about the stream today is at least it hasn't froze. So,
that's right.
Yep.
Chalk it up as a win.
Chalk it up as a win. I hear you. So from where I'm sitting, it looks like he has the majority of the pocket. Is that correct?
I think he does. Maybe he didn't, and that's why he was banking and kind of playing a two-way. Mr. Horvath refusing, I'm guessing, to kick at any balls this match.
Well, you know, we know about Air Jordan, but do you know about Air Horvath?
Is that as reliable as an Air Jordan?
No, it's not as reliable, but I think he's coming out with shoes that are based off of New Balance next year. Especially, you know, specialized for people that have flat feet.
Yeah, orthopedic.
Orthopedic inserts are already in them. Nice shot.
Successful, very good shot.
Wow. They're Horvath, you know. They might not be the stylish ones, but you know what? They get the job done, right?
They certainly do, don't they?
I don't think I'm going to be able to do another stream match after this. I'm going to get let go from the production team.
Very nice shot.
So do you think this is the point where Aaron kind of starts to calm down a little bit? He sees he's a horse running and sees the stables?
Maybe. I'm calling it. I want to say that's a commentator's curse right there.
You're welcome, Michael. Out of all the shots that he's missed tonight, I think that was the biggest commentator's curse.
Yeah.
Well, he's going to get another look at the same ball. Same pocket. It's almost Aaron's pocket over there tonight, isn't it?
Why is that?
Well, I mean, that was the one they needed to doctor up for him, and then that's the one that he's... I don't know, it seems like he's been making a lot of those balls in that pocket for sure. It seems like the one that he's shooting the 7 in right now has been the one that's kind of been holding him up a little bit. Yeah, you think back
at such a weird observation for you to make.
I mean, you think back at the last game when he had that ball in hand shot and it kind of rotated and kind of jostled around and stayed right in the pocket.
You're right. I did forget about that ball in hand miss. I'm sure Aaron hasn't.
Well, whether he has or hasn't, he's kind of passed that pocket for the rest of this match so far. Now he's got a new one. Oy vey. I think he can...
Masse around that?
Well, I don't even think he needs to necessarily masse around. I think he can catch the rail with enough left-hand spin to pull it around.
Yeah, you had a better look at it than I did, so... There we go, had that left-hand spin.
Right back to the middle of the table.
Give you another look here while he eyes up the shot.
Now, well, these are the ones that he needs to definitely steal away. He can't be leaving any more on the table. No pun intended. Oh! A little surprised that he went for the bank shot.
I'm not sure if he was worried about the scratcher.
Or I don't know if it might have been, just he's not feeling it on those shots tonight. That type of shot. There's been quite a few 50-yard line shots tonight.
Mr. Horvath first to the double digits. While they rack the balls, let's talk about Santorini Restaurant. They are providing Mediterranean food featuring Greek, Lebanon, Syrian, and Cyprus cuisine. They're open for lunch, dinner, and they provide homemade desserts. They have a dine-in or you can carry out. They have a unique dining experience. You reach them at 575-521-9270, and they're located at 1001 East University Avenue, Suite E3. That is Santorini Restaurant.
Pretty sure I can guess your favorite meal from there.
Oh, have that.
Pretty sure it's the same as mine with the lamb.
Ah, yes. The lamb hero?
Yeah.
Whether it's in the hero or if it's just the platter.
Or the kebab.
Yes. It's all delicious.
Well, they also have the chicken taouk and the beef shawarma. I fake how to say it. I don't know exactly how they say it. I have a little bit too much of the less pigmented, way of saying things. How about that one, Tibor? Looked like he made solid contact with the one.
Yep.
Cue ball did a little bit more squatting. No?
No, I like it.
Sorry, I'll stop using American terms. I'll go back to my British terms.
Please don't.
No? You don't like screw and cannon and rest?
Well.
Maybe not in that order. So sorry. So sorry. Oh, that was set up perfectly. Let me just explain for those who don't know. Screw is referred to as draw. Cannon is like when you're caroming into something. And arrest is a bridge. on this side of the pond.
On the right side of the pond.
Yeah.
See, Aaron contacted the rail just before the pocket, but that ball was able to slide in because of that new cloth. The table's a little more forgiving at this stage.
Yes, that's why I can't wait to play on it some. Spinning into the 4-ball. Yeah, it's still rolled to an okay place. He'll be able to come around 3 rails. Look at that, Tibor. I called it.
Bounce. He has a little bit of angle. I think he can hold it for the 7 on the side.
I agree.
Yeah. Just like that.
I agree.
Looks like Mr. Horvath is getting very comfortable on that table right now.
I agree. A little bit too much draw, a little too much action on the... Didn't leave himself in a spot where he can't make it, but it's definitely a lot harder than if he would have just stopped the ball instead of trying to roll back.
I agree.
That's good. At least you agree with me for once tonight. Sounds like they're having some fun over at the chip tournament tonight.
I thought he missed that ball.
I agree.
11 racks to 6, Mr. Horvath.
Senior Horvath?
Si, senor.
What about Si, senor? They've been serving up some of the finest Mexican food in our area since 1984. Awesome chips in multiple salsas. They've got the green chili sauce they put on there, some of the beans with some, nice spicy stuff. That's one of my favorites. Regular salsa as well as, I don't know exactly what it is, but isn't it like a sour cream based green chili, kind of almost like a spread? It's pretty good too, even though I'm not a fan of, sour cream. That's actually pretty good. Most of the time has a good little bite to it. But they're located over at 1551 East Loman Avenue in Las Cruces. They're open Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 8:30 p.m. And Saturday, and well, that's kind of interesting. They're open Sunday through Thursday from 11 a.m. to 8:30, and I believe that's supposed to say Friday and Saturday, 11 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. But we can double check that for you. Their phone number is going to be 575-527-0817. Looks like they're taking a little bit of a break. We'll be right back.
didn't I? Fucking 3-0.
Welcome back, sir.
Hey, players are back. We're back. Ready to get this action underway.
That ball needs to look out for that pocket. And there it goes. No.
Where's the 9?
The 9 is on the rail with the 4 ball in front of it, but I don't see... I mean, he's definitely not going to chance at this one if that's what you're looking at. Or, I'm sorry, take a chance on it. I don't want to call anybody out by name.
You did. You were talking about chances.
Yep. So you're just going to try and put yourself on the rail here and run and follow the 3 ball down a bit?
Looks like he's trying to get below the 3.
Well, that ball is still spinning like a disco ball.
He's getting some nice action on the cue ball.
Looks like he's feeling comfortable with the draw.
This cuts into the side. I was wondering, he didn't cut it enough. I would come out 1 rail for the 5 if it did cut.
Mm-hmm.
The reason I was asking about the 9 is taking some liberties.
Sure, every once in a while, you know what I'm saying, when you're trying to claw back, you got to throw a flyer out every now and then. Aaron needs to be careful of this. Okay. I was going to say he needs to be careful of the scratch, but looks like it slid out of the way perfectly in time. It's close.
Yep. You want to play 1 rail out for the 7. He might elect to go 2 rails. Looks like he's putting up some draw.
Well, for a shot like this, you don't want to get cute. You just want to make the ball, take your medicine.
You could.
Force me, it doesn't work. It does not work.
So 1 rail come out for the 8 ball.
Yeah, it looks like it plays nice like that. Looks like he put a little bit of inside on there.
See, I don't know
In
if
that
I would...
situation, I like to leave a little bit more angle.
That's what I was going to say. I don't know if I would have put inside on there.
If you did, you want to make sure you get to the rail, right? Then you can play the 2 rails out. This one, he left himself straight, making it not difficult, but it's harder to control your speed when you're just doing the table. You're not utilizing any rails. Like if you just draw straight out. It looked like he was still able to get the 2 rail spin on, but did leave himself more of a cut than he probably would like. And we have Mr. Charles in the house.
In the heezy?
In the heezy. This 9 to put him on the hill.
Well, we already know he's over, but there it is. On the hill is Aaron Horvath. It's like a Wild West shootout out here.
Just like the Old West.
Old West.
Let's talk about Old West El Paso Construction. With owner Javier Calzada, they do a wide variety of high-quality general contract work. They have great quality and great pricing. You can contact them at 915-217-8471. That's Old West El Paso Construction.
I always feel like I butcher his name, and I feel sorry, Javier. You know, sometimes I feel like I can't pronounce Calzada. I don't know why.
I don't know why either.
Yeah. Hopefully it comes out right, and I'm just being self-conscious, but I doubt it. I'm probably butchering it somehow.
All right. Last break we want to receive, Mr. Horvath.
All right, let's see what he does. He's been money with the break almost all night.
Mid 6 to 1. 2-ball comes out. No problem balls. Everything's nice and spread open.
I do see one ball that has a possibility of being a little tricky, possibly to get to. The 5 ball. It's really only has one pocket, or 2 pockets, I guess, depending upon which corner you're going to shoot it at. But at least it's not resting right on the rail, coming from 4 ball across. But I guess we'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
See, he was a little quick with that delivery.
Mm-hmm. Looked like it was.
The strokes went straight into his final delivery. I'd like to see him take a little pause there, and then do his final stroke.
Looked like there was a little push at the end instead of a smooth front to back on the swing. Interesting.
And out, Mr. Jumper.
Well, I don't see a reason that he at least couldn't make contact with this. He's got plenty of spacing between the cue ball and the 7. He's going to change his mind.
Kick behind the 1 rail. Maybe send it up by the 8.
Good solid contact. No, he wasn't waving to, apologize to Aaron. He was just kind of waving it, trying to coach the balls, if you will.
Nice angle, come back with a 5. Straighter than he'd like.
Unfortunately for Aaron, shooting over the 8 ball, shooting out of the coconut tree.
People aren't going to understand the reference either. It's okay.
Oh, no, they do. That one. Oh, I liked the swing that he put on that, but just, not able to get to hold his line going through.
One thing I've noticed about Michael is he's been putting draw on pretty much everything. I don't think he needs strong, so I think he can just put it out with a 7 ball or a nice 5.
Well, a lot of power on that shot ended up working to bring him out for the 7 ball. We got a chance at something fluking in over here.
Or just safety.
Or just fluking. What the fluke was that?
That was hey, there is a Ruston wave off.
Hey, there we go. Aaron electing to play off the short rail. Good hit.
By the point.
I think he might have him by the point.
Oh.
Now watch, this gets right behind the 8 ball again. Oh. Well, it's an interesting shot. I don't think the 8 or the 7 plays by the 8, does it?
I don't think so. But Aaron's got the best view.
Carom, yeah, Carom. Not the cannon, the Carom. Speaking of those British terms, we haven't seen a whole lot of shots using the bridge tonight.
I think we saw 2.
I can only remember 1, but yeah, probably 2. All right, that 50-yard line coming into effect again. What do you think? This is the shot for the match right now.
Yeah, the shot for the W.
Very well cut.
And Mr. Horvath wins the Ruston 13, the birthday bash. Congratulations, Aaron.
Good job, sir.
Well, that concludes another showdown match. Like we've said earlier, if you're interested in setting one of these up, contact Aaron, Joe, or myself, Tibor, and we can get you set up and to do one of these matches. I want to thank everyone for sitting with us and enjoying this match. Joe, anything?
Oh, no, Tibor, you said it all. We appreciate y'all paying attention, watching, and hopefully laughing along with us and enjoying some pool shots tonight. So everybody have a good evening. You know, when you see Aaron or Michael out and about, make sure to let them know that you saw them here. Hopefully they'll be happy you did. Anyway, y'all have a wonderful night.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.